So since this video is just like a raw review of this product, our opinions change throughout it. So don't let what we say at the very beginning of the video decide how to think about this product, or even what we ended up thinking about this product. It changes throughout the video. We learn more and more about it. So I think it's, stick around. It gets very, very interesting on what works, doesn't work, and how it kind of really, really helps certain things. Definitely not what we expected, but here's the video. The new pause button on the iPhones are so stupid and redundant. What does the pause button do that the stop recording button does? Absolutely nothing. It is the worst addition to a cell phone ever. Anyways, the point of the video is these things right here. I mean, if they work, they would be such a game changer. My biggest issue, not my biggest issue, but something that I complain a lot about is getting wheel bite, because I like a bit looser trucks. So Grind Kings that are already skate kind of already have wheel bite resistance to it. That's like the main reason that I skate them. Like the locker part of it, it doesn't do much for me because I'm going to create my own pinch marks anyways. The adjustable wheelbase is actually really sick. I've only used it a couple times for obviously like long nose slides and tail slides. And the fact that they're like lighter, and I like that it has finally a reverse kingpin that doesn't get looser over time. Like I've tightened these one time when I first set them up, and I've yet to touch them. So that's something that every truck company's been trying to figure out. Evidently Ace's new versions has finally figured it out. And I know Thunder put out a set that was supposed to do that. So I didn't actually try those ones myself. But anyways, that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is supposedly these things stop wheel bite, which is my least favorite thing with breaking in new trucks. Is like when the bushings, before they get I don't know if they get harder or whatever, when I squish them down when I first get them, I get wheel bite really easily. So if these things work, basically the idea is, since they're metal, they will stop your wheels from touching your board and stopping you. So if you jump down stuff, you're very familiar with wheel bite. Zach was just saying he was already doing something to prevent that was similar to this. You were using washers?
Yeah, just a washer under the hanger, which is kind of what these do.
But just like a regular standard washer.
Like a normal truck washer.
Yeah.
Like the one that you would put on the bottom, basically.
And that worked pretty well?
It works good.
Yeah? I mean, that's what you're doing right now. You're still riding indentured trucks.
And that's still what I'm doing.
There's a mix between a Venture and an Indy, the indentured servant trucks.
It works. It's actually really good.
Yeah, maybe I should try that at some point in time.
The best truck I've skated so far.
I have a set of these that I didn't bring today. Once again, every single time we skate, I don't bring you these sets.
I don't think you have an extra set.
I have a set of A25s.
I don't think you do.
Just for you. Literally, they're for you.
I don't think they exist. But
so Zach's already tried these. I already know what he felt about them. This doesn't really need it, but I brought the turniest of turn trucks. I got some Ace. As far as I know, these turn the sharpest out of any truck. I would say Ace turns the sharpest, Indy turns the second sharpest. So hopefully like a mix between these and that will make it so you can still kind of turn. Because obviously something this thick is going to make turning a good bit harder. But I'm gonna switch it over now and figure out how to set it up.
I think, so they actually came with their own soft bushing. So I tried those initially.
And you didn't like those? They were not it?
No. And then I tried it with just this by itself, which actually kind of worked. With just no bushing. It was just like floating, basically.
What?
I don't know, it just like rattled, but then it still would do what it was supposed to.
Interesting. So it was basically like really loose until you get to the point where you reach this.
Which is exactly what Day One does.
Yeah.
But the opposite. He literally does that where it's floating on the top.
Yeah.
And people think like, oh, his trucks are loose.
But they have resistance at the bottom.
They are loose, but then they can't get wheel bite.
Yeah.
He essentially does the same thing I do, but the opposite. He does it on top.
Well, they're also like the same like weight as like a bushing pretty much, huh? They don't feel heavy.
They're light.
I just set them up. I already don't know how I feel about them. They turn with my hand just fine, but when I was putting them together, there definitely seems to be a little bit of space, and then I had to tighten it down even further. So I have like, I don't know how many threads sticking up. I mean, you got quite a few threads up there. But that sounded crazy. What is that? Is that the metal? Maybe I need to tighten them down more. Let me tighten them down a little more. Okay. I haven't even stood on this board yet. I think I just fixed that sound though.
Showing you mine. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the good version.
Dude, it just took me 2 tries to pop my board in my hand. Okay. Sounds fixed. Oh my God. Okay, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Feels crazy, right? Again,
I can already tell, like if you did this exact same thing and it wasn't as thick as this, like if it wasn't that thick, I feel like you'd actually be really onto something.
which is exactly what I do with my trucks.
I'd say something in between a regular washer and this.
I have like the thickest washers I could find,
Yeah.
which does a very good job.
Like this is like, it's just fully just,
Yeah.
like this is a card right here, ready?
Yeah, on Ace.
If you ride tight trucks though, like if you legitimately ride tight trucks and don't really care about turning, and you get wheel bite when you jump down stuff, I don't know. Let me try to like hold him to a turn. Know that stuff. I mean, there's no wheel bite.
Yeah.
What I'm curious about is if you can't pinch all the way, can you hold crooked grinds?
You know what? I set them up in my kitchen, went on my porch, skated them for 5 seconds and said, nope. Yeah, I didn't even take them to a park.
Well, maybe we're missing something.
I immediately knew, just like you did the second you threw it down, you knew.
Yeah.
We both knew.
What we have to skate.
We're not missing anything. In fact, I actually tried multiple versions to where, like I said, I just had the metal thing. I even took the bushings out completely, and it still doesn't turn.
We set it up exactly how the image is, like the way that they tell you to set it up, and then he tried a bunch of other versions, and it still didn't work. It's got me really interested in what you do, though. It really makes me want to try another set of trucks, or maybe these set of trucks, and do what you do with these, to see if there is a way to tell people, oh yeah, I could just ride your board. What am I doing?
My trucks are probably a little tight right now, but they kind of do the same thing.
See, I would almost think sorry for dragging your tail.
Yeah, that was that.
You're bummed, dude.
Whoa.
So the flight deck machine is down. So the experimental boards that Zach and me are skating right now, we have to have them last like a month, and we're both down to our last board. So every single pop is one less pop that we're gonna have for the next month. We got to be very. I'm surprised you handed me your board at all.
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna do that.
I was my foot, not the tail.
I regret it. Give it back.
Okay, I'm sorry, dude. We're gonna go to the park, and I think we're gonna give it a fair trial. We're gonna try everything. I'm really curious to see if there's got to be a benefit somewhere.
There is. You don't get wheel bite.
Yeah,
that's the benefit.
True. That is.
They do work for that.
I really want these to like work though. Like I was excited when these came out, and when you bought them, I was like, hell yeah, I don't have to buy them. But we'll go skate the park and figure it out.
Wait, didn't you offer me $30 for them though? What do you mean, hell yeah, you don't gotta buy them?
I told you I'll give you $30. I will reimburse you on your purchase from what this video makes. So you will guarantee to at least get your money back. Grind King successfully does what these things are trying to do. But I do like the idea of finding a way that I could just show everyone like, hey, you can make your Ventures, your Thunders, your Indies, your Ace also function like this. And it seems to be something that you're onto. So I got to pick your brain about that
Do
later.
you own Grind King?
Yes.
Because
no, they just made a good...
Are they paying you?
No.
Then you need to chill.
Dude, they're such a good
stop,
truck.
dude.
They're such... I'm showing everyone that the...
Okay, tell me off camera if you actually own Grind King or not, because
Dude.
I feel like...
I told people, like, this thing broke from doing Rallies, but they already fixed that problem. I literally told Donald, I was like, hey, this broke, and he was like, we already added more metal there.
Wait, let me... 2 questions. First of all, when you say they, are you saying
Donald's my nickname.
And also, when you're saying Donald, is
You gonna
that...
be Daniel? I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm scared to do grinds.
I've never seen you tic-tac.
Dude, I'm tic-tacking so hard. First thing first, gotta do a nose manual. Like, you see me trying to turn.
That's what I was saying, is they like bend, but they don't turn. It's the craziest feeling.
They feel loose until you touch metal. Oh!
Oh, God. That means I also have to skate. You're bored.
Did I skate wheel bite?
I think so.
It doesn't feel as crazy as I expected. Like, when you land, you better be going straight.
Yeah. On the bolt.
I would, dude, not yet. There's no way. That's dangerous right now.
You know what I feel like this would really help with? Is like front feeble pop out.
Front people pop out?
Yeah, where you have to put a lot of pressure on the wheel and then get that snap like on a rail.
Oh,
or
see,
like,
my worry would be, since the wheel never touches the board, it's going to be like a bouncy pop out.
That's what I'm saying. If you really want to do like a feeble, like good pop out, or like a crook pop over, front crook pop over, shit like that. Just kind of like tight truck shit in general.
My worry is if I'm doing a crook and my wheel's not fully pinched, that means my truck's going to be sideways and it's going to shuffle on me. Just try a crook.
Bad news, I wasn't a crook.
Was it?
No.
What was it?
You didn't even pop your board.
Oh, my bad.
Don't call that a crook ever again.
That was a crook. That was my Richard Nixon grind.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. It pushed me, like, it pushed me to the middle of my truck. Like, you know,
You know what? I never made it that far. I didn't get past my driveway. You're not used to having a kingpin anymore.
Yeah, but I don't grind in the middle of my truck for Grind Kings. Like what I'm saying is I tried to pinch, and since they didn't bend all the way, it felt like it shot. I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah. Just do another one.
If my truck stayed too straight.
Oh, that looked crazy.
That feels not good, dude.
Interesting.
That felt super not good.
I feel like nose grinds might be better.
I think it's gonna be good for manuals.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's definitely like, if I'm doing a manual trick, I might throw them back on.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of starting to get a little used to them.
Stop.
I'm gonna spend 2 seconds.
Stop. You're gonna convince people to buy these. Stop being
I'm
positive.
just trying to be honest.
No, you're not. Stop being positive. All right, you know what? This is what I want to see. Since you're like, okay, they're good now.
I didn't say that.
No. Just do this for me. Skate around this bowl.
Okay.
Without pushing and without tic-tacking.
Can you imagine me pushing in there?
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
A little bit better?
Go in your mom's pocketbook right now.
Oh no.
Take the money out.
So you own Grind King and Diamond Coping. Got it.
What is it? Oh, is this Diamond Coping who does this, right?
Yeah.
So
I'd
I
be
feel like-
scared only because of your kingpin, not because of the bushings.
Really?
Oh yeah, the kingpin sticks out a lot on those.
Just all pinches rely on your truck's shuffling like this.
Let's see one. Just do it.
Dude, I'm sick of the dog today.
I am curious to try them on Ace. Because I feel like with my setup, I didn't really get to do them justice because I was on Indies,
Yeah.
which turn
They
two.
turn great.
Yeah, they do, but
These all,
you seem to be turning better than me, so.
yeah. I'm gonna ollie into a crook for you.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, no. I didn't realize how much of that trick involves me turning sharp. That was crazy feeling.
That's fine.
Didn't feel fine.
Honestly, you're skating fine. I don't think that's really like a testament to if those are good or not. I think you're just good at skating. So I feel like we need someone who skates really loose trucks. But then again, they probably wouldn't want those.
Like, my whole thing is whether I can get used to them.
Well, of course you can.
Yeah, but I mean, like, whether I can get used to them to the point where it's like I would actually ride these.
Do you feel like you need them? That's the thing.
Grind Kings do this better.
Yeah, and see, I feel like my setup also does it better. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I think there is a case for these
I think they're on to something.
for both of us.
Yeah, I think they're on to something, but I think the dimensions are wrong.
Right. I think as they are right now, manual tricks could benefit. Also, I agree that if they were thinner, I think they would actually be perfect. They're just too thick right now.
Yeah, and my big worry about them, and I noticed like on the flat ground kick, probably landed a little crooked and fell off. If you watch Angie skate, she's pretty light and she rides tight truck. So when she lands kind of crooked, it looks like she gives up on riding away, but it's because the board going that direction and her body weight's slightly this way and she doesn't have enough umph to fix it.
Right.
With these, we will be dealing with the same problem, where if you don't land like solid,
We become 90 pounds.
we become 9. Yes,
Yeah.
actually, yes.
No, for a gap is like kind of what you want though, for a big gap.
For a big gap.
And for us,
Especially
that's
a
like
180 trick.
that's
we
like a
wanna look
3-stair for us.
Yeah, big gap.
Anything
yeah.
above a 2-stair.
Anything above a 3-stair is going in the park.
Ollie into the deep end.
I'm gonna try to feeble the ledge.
Yeah, all right. That's basically the same thing.
Okay, not gonna lie. That felt really good. When I went to like fix the toe side or heel side, the board not shuffling under me. You know what it's gonna be really good for? When you get in the manual trick wrong, especially with like manual tricks, it's hard to adjust your back foot.
Yeah.
I feel like you can almost, instead of having to hop, you might be able to shuffle.
Well, so with Indian Ace, the problem I had, especially with manuals, is when you start shuffling your back foot, say to the corner, for example, the whole truck goes like that.
And the whole truck doesn't do that even when you're riding.
It can't do that.
Yeah, so.
Which is why I was saying, like, for manuals, but how many manual skaters are there out there? 3?
2 that I know of.
I only know 3, yeah. It's me, you, and God.
I was going to say 7.
And we all fucking... Oh, 7. Well, yeah. That's what I said.
You did say God.
I did.
He is low-key the manual God. Can everyone do me a favor and go watch, like, old Seva parts and, like, watch it with a modern mind? And fakie hard flip, fakie manual, fakie hard flip is not possible, dude.
Nah, it's fine. Jump in the little bowl. I feel like that's where you really need some turning, you know?
Well, I'm curious about 360 flips.
Yeah, but you can't 360 flip already.
That's why I'm curious.
So what difference does it make? Wow. Was that the truck?
I used my wheel bite to ollie out of 5-0s.
Interesting.
You're going to have to try to do a Corrigan ollie flip on this board.
Okay, so what's going to be challenging for me is it's also your shape, not my shape, and our shapes are very different.
Well, what's challenging for me is it's my shape and not your shape. And
my shape is better.
And your shape is way better.
Correct.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Oh,
His
no.
board's coming out. I get so many comments on board coming out. Zach's board's coming out before my board. And I know there hasn't been a lot of stuff put out there about what is up with his board. Get excited. I will mess around with your board. I prefer my board, obviously.
My favorite thing about this is that the first time my board's ever getting talked about is in a video that no one's going to watch because it's about those. And I'm very stoked on that.
Everyone's going to watch this because it's
and this is also going to have both of our worst skating ever because the fucking setup is so crazy.
Skaters are going to watch this video.
Yeah.
Because once I heard about this, there was like a bit of a boom about it. I heard a lot of skaters talking about these.
A lot of people hit me up too because they know I'm on some truck madness.
Yeah.
And of course I bought them.
Have you talked to Ben about it?
I haven't.
Let's try this 5-0 again. I think about the last time I fell on a front 5-0.
I've never seen it.
Never happened.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah, that feels crazy, dude. I mean, obviously, like, I can skate. Oh!
Can you?
No pinch. That felt like I was manually.
I see what you're saying. I can see it.
Yeah, like, I feel like I'm in the center of my truck. I mean, if you're not in the transition, you might be fine. Dude, these feel nuts.
Damn. When you did the pivot fakie right here, I could see that your wheels had a huge gap.
These have TJ Roger energy. Because he's not a big pincher. He's a long slider.
Yeah.
He's a manualer, and he's a hucker. He can pinch. Sure. I know he has the crook flip out and stuff like that, but when I think of him, I don't think of that. Like, look how it doesn't go crosslock. That might, okay, if you're looking for a 1,000-foot long 50-50.
Interesting. Hey, there happens to be that one on the beach that people have been skating.
Dude.
That's the answer?
Someone could 5-0 that with these.
Oh my God.
Someone I know. And he's in the room with us right now, dude.
No. See, here's the thing. I can't 5-0 unless I'm able to lock in like this. I feel like on that, because it's skinny, like truck wide, it'd be so scary.
I stood up on it with Chris's board. He said when Chris did like the flip 50-50 and everything like that, he like got the wheels right. He got the right size trucks. He got everything correct, and I stood on a 5-0. I probably only grinded like 6 feet, but
you can see it.
You were in it.
Interesting.
So maybe I found your. Let's try a flat ground frontside flip. Because that's the real tell. If I can frontside flip, these trucks are great. Dude, I'm not joking when I say I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, everything's looking pretty proper.
And that's why my switch was on pop, because my trucks are too loose.
Like, honestly, yeah, I do think it could make a difference for sure. I feel like popping your board's a lot easier with tight trucks.
I mean, I'm definitely never gonna tighten my trucks because I like it for every other trick.
Right.
But I can't use that little like carve to get into it. I'm like fully having a half cab.
But once you're in, you're solid.
Yeah, once I'm in, I'm chilling. Will you do the game if I do the game?
You want to explain the game to people who might not know?
Nose spin or nollie flip. Come back, switch nose spin on figgy flip. Zach can be doing it at every skate park we go to.
We do this every time we skate. It's usually off camera though. And it's got to be back to back, both tricks. And we usually do it back to back also.
We really do.
Because usually once one person does it, and it's like, oh shit, we have to do it.
Yeah.
No one wants to be embarrassed. But
I've blamed my career.
I feel like you usually win. This game is like a metaphor for our lives. It really is.
No, it's not, because you said I usually win.
But you do.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But you're better at skating than me. So
You usually win the game. I think it makes you better. Wow.
that was actually really nice. I was like, while it was kind of crazy, I was expecting it to torque me, and that threw my body weight off, but now that I can count on it for not turning.
When I was trying that crazy switch heel Manny trick, I feel like these would have been a game changer. Or you think I'm gonna have a bad time?
I don't think you're gonna have a bad time. I think you're gonna have a time. There we go.
Oh, brother.
Too much lines for me today, dude. There's an awful fuck green.
The ground's all green around you. You're looking. Where'd you look, you dumb bitch?
Got a tic tac so hard.
Take it. Take it. That was crazy.
I'm really struggling
Yeah.
health-wise, so I'm gonna go drink some water. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my final verdict. I think it is absolutely possible to get used to this depending on what kind of skater you are. If you are a manual guy, this might be the move, dude. This might be like, what's funny is it's like they make coping, so like kind of gnarlier skaters. I feel like bull skaters are the main guys who would want to stay away from this because you really do rely on pinches for front smiths, for feebles, for, I mean, any crooked grinds, frontside nose grinds, backside over crooked, a lot of transition stuff relies on pinching it. Also pumping like nooks and crannies. Obviously, like I could smith the ledge, I could 50-50 the ledge, I could do stuff on the ledge. I held one of those crooked grind, but it was just a little bit harder, a little bit more difficult. I'm really curious to see if you're gonna be able to do the crook nollie flip stuff on it because I feel like you're not gonna be able to get deep enough of a spring, but that's just my theory. I could be wrong.
My theory is that crook nollie flip would be easier like this.
Really? You think that that's gonna give you more of a good pop out though? I felt like that was gonna make it harder to pop out.
I think it'll give you more of a pop out.
Well, hop on there, dude. I'll hop on here.
Remember,
oh, this board sucks.
do not.
I will not drag my tail one time.
Drag your tail. Sacrifice your shoe.
Dude.
Sacrifice your phone. Sacrifice your face. Okay, yeah, they feel exactly like I remember.
Here we go. Oh my God. That actually looks sick. Here's the main thing that I thought about, but I have no energy to do. Finding tricks that don't exist without these trucks. Really good for manuals.
Once you're in, it's like a 5-0.
Dude, it's super. Yeah, you're not turning at all. It was a lot easier for me to wiggle my feet around. Yeah, if I was trying to break a manual world record, that's what I would set up. You see how the trucks don't really shuffle? I thought, dude, I swear there's some benefits to these. I'm putting it in there twice.
Be very anti. Well, I mean, I could see like how some shit could already be better.
It's not for us, but it could be for someone else. I'm trying to give an honest review of like there might be benefits to this.
Oh, honestly, like for manuals,
I think hucking too.
I feel really good for manuals. This is what back 5-0 in the ledge would be like.
Yeah, this is where you start getting into a little bit of trouble.
The 5-0 felt crazy.
Now Zach's a heel side grinder, so I feel like rails it'll affect him a little bit less than it affected me, but
For manuals, they're so good.
do a crooked grind.
I don't know if I can sell these to you. I might need them for manuals.
Oh, I'm not keeping them. I'm just paying you back for them.
Oh, what a deal.
Yeah.
You can borrow them, like have custody,
Oh, sick.
like on the weekends. Or... Oh, remember we were holding 5-0s that one day?
Oh, this would be the trucks to do it with.
I told you I did trick live for the first try, dude.
Holy shit.
Make that shit flip. You can do it on this.
But I know you could do it on this, but is it easier on that?
I don't know.
Come on. Oh, that was a game winner for sure. Metal bushings, so you can't get wheel by it. We can get a third opinion today.
This is like the most consistent I've ever had in straight.
No spin and eye flip. Yeah, really good for nose grinds. Everything without a pinch, it's good. No turning.
Oh, I almost clipped. Like once you're in it, I feel like normal trucks, like we were talking about earlier, when you're in a nose manual and you start to lean on one side, your truck turns and it counterbalances. These don't. So you can actually lock in, stay locked in.
I mean, it was like the back 50-50 when I locked in toe side and I stayed toe side the whole time. Yeah, give it to Dale.
Ride in a circle right here without tic-tacking. Without tic-tacking. You're going in a straight line. This is stupid.
You see how the trucks did not bend at all? That was crazy. There's quite a few good things about them, but there's also the negative things I think outweigh it for a setup for me. But I think there are skaters that would be like into it for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely things I like about it. And I'm not even a big I need to turn guy,
Yeah.
but I need to turn a little bit.
Yeah, you're almost like a medium tight truck skater too.
Yeah, I don't think my trucks are as tight as people think, or I weigh a lot more than people
Yeah, they're not
realize.
tight,
Right.
but they're on the tighter side.
It would be cool for not getting wheel bite, which I totally just landed like this,
Yeah.
and I was fine.
That's my last board. Come on, son.
I'm so glad I'm skating my board. I'd fucking lose it. I'd rip that hole in the shirt way bigger.
I feel like I'm skating a Walmart board.
It does have a little bit of. Oh.
Dang, brother. I just tried to turn and I didn't go.
You know who would love these? Nija.
Oh! They feel crazy.
Well, just sit on the grind the whole ledge. You know, it doesn't tap it, but it's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. They're crazy.
You know what? We need you for perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a great, what are they called?
Bozo.
He's a good base.
Our control.
Yeah, he's a good control.
Controlled
He's our-
variable? Is that what you're trying
He's our
to?
everyday man, you know?
Yeah, he's our
But
everyday
you
man.
skate like, once, twice a week, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're in, you're in. Dude, throwing these on your board for manual clips is kind of like a move.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you have to switch your bushings out if you want to go to like a manual spot.
These are so good for manual. I'm terrible at switch manual. I can't
Yeah.
do it. Oh, the courthouse trick I was trying?
Oh, yeah. That was so weird.
That's exactly what I was saying. Is I feel like you could pop out.
Do you think you could 5-0 the rail, or is that scary?
I mean, that didn't really count.
That board has also been skated for a month and 9 days and at skate camp.
Yeah, look how
The fact that we're still skating that board is kind of crazy.
still a flight deck.
Still holding up. Yeah, Pepper Ultra Grip. Dude, it's the best. Even after all that dirt from camp and it's just still going. Front side flip test. Flat ground front side flip.
Your shape is actually growing on me quite a bit.
Thank you.
Should we trade? For like a month?
We're definitely going to do a video where we skate each other's boards, but yeah, when your board comes out, I'm definitely doing a review on it. And then when my board comes out, I want the entire team to like give me honest reviews of what they like and don't like about it.
I would like that about mine as well.
Yeah. He said threading the needle, he had like 12 feet.
That was my thread the needle.
It's easier for Dale to pass up the Euro next to Zach than for the wealthy to inherit the kingdom of heaven.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, definitely ollie manual, because you can't get wheel bite. You know who would like these probably? Spencer. Don't listen to him. Follow your heart. Go where the wind takes you. Look, I'm just gonna film your upper body so they can't even tell if you're touching or not. Okay.
What should I do? You want to do a quick interview real quick? 20 questions?
20 questions? Yeah, where's this manual going?
Never have ever? Feel free to cut anytime. Or tell me where I should go.
How did you hold against that? I literally tried to push it down and it didn't go down. Really?
Yeah.
He said the exact same thing that I said. If he feels like it would be possible and not that crazy to eventually get used to after like a couple days of skating it.
I think you're right. I think like this should be like, okay, we did this, it kind of works. If we make them 50% thinner, it will actually work.
Yeah, like really, really, really big game changer. And what I think that would do is not erase wheel bite, but extremely minimize it.
Which I think is a better trade-off if you want to be able to turn. Like, I'm not trying to like say mine's better. I think mine just works for me better.
Well, it's not like you're even selling this, so you can be honest. Riding around on your board does do...
Like, so see that one, for example, it's like I'm doing a similar thing, but mine's much thinner.
Like the thickness of a Pog Slammer is what I think we need in there.
Pog. Remember Pogs from the 90s?
Zach's young.
I think it might have been more of like an 80s thing.
Yeah, it was late 80s. It was like 89, 90. Around the halfway point of the video, we started describing them absolutely correctly. Great for manuals. You can get used to it. You're not going to have a good time skating bowls, really. You're not going to be able to pinch as deep, but you can work with it. Yeah, it might not be the worst thing to have like in your caddy.
I'm going to keep it for sure in the backpack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like if you got a manual trick you want to do and you found that works better for that, I feel like it'd be good. It might be worth it to like switch those on if you're trying a trick that's like taking a while, you know?
But much better than that, they should just fix these things and make them like really work.
Just do a version 2.0 that are thinner, and we could actually, I would probably just use them.
I would 100% just use them. So yeah, that's a honest review. He paid for them. That wasn't a brand deal. I mean, obviously, because we didn't say the most positive things about it.